been Johnny on the spot, should have been on top of this thing. The fact is that this is not about baseball. This is about a baseball team not following protocol. And
to get the rest of what Doug said, podcast it by searching The Doug Gottlieb Show. And as always, you can hear The Doug Gottlieb Show weekdays at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, right here on Fox Sports Radio. This is The Odd Couple with Chris Broussard and Rob Parker.
The Miami Marlins have had 14 people within their organization test positive for the coronavirus. The Marlins, 4 of the players tested positive Sunday, and they still played the game. The players those 4 didn't play, but players who had been exposed to them played. Baseball was more concerned about money from the players to the owners. Players more concerned about not letting them get the best of us, not to set a precedent for the union and all that for future collective bargaining. Their heads weren't where they should have been. The football players were like, we better get some protocol, some health rules. We didn't hear that from baseball.
This is The Odd Couple with Chris Broussard and Rob Parker. Weekdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio. Fox Sports Trending now.
The Miami Marlins traveling party remains in Philadelphia this morning, awaiting additional COVID-19 test results. Marlins won't resume their season until at least next week. Their next scheduled game is at home next Tuesday against the Phillies, while the other 29 Major League teams have had 0 positive COVID-19 tests since last week. The Phillies remain out until Friday as a precaution, since they played the Marlins over the weekend, while the Yankees, whose series against the Phillies was postponed, will face the Orioles in Baltimore today and Thursday. NFL news: Dolphins first-round pick quarterback Tua Tagovailoa has been fully medically cleared to practice with the team, says Coach Brian Flores. And the LA Chargers have signed star pass rusher Joey Bosa to a 5-year contract extension worth $135 million, $102 million of that guaranteed. I'm Deb Carson.
We are Fox Sports!
Isn't it about time for somebody's favorite radio program?
The Tony Bruno Show.
The man chosen to save American radio from its horrible future.
He didn't invent radio. He just perfected it.
Tony Bruno Show with Harry Mays.
Parental discretion is advised.
The godfather of sports radio.
It is a final.
Here is Tony Bruno.
Tony Bruno.
Hello there, kids. We are all hunkering down with the Miami Marlins here in Philadelphia, making sure they don't go out and spread the Rona in our city, Harry Mays. It is a What Up Wednesday, believe it or not, already. Can you believe that, Harry?
Yeah, I actually can. I think this week is kind of going a little slow.
I agree entirely. Can we speed it up?
Yes, I'd love to speed it up. I'd love to go from Monday to Friday.
I'd like to go to, from today to September.
Well, that would be even better. Yeah. I'm with you. We just bypass August altogether.
I totally agree. It's too hot anyway, and it's the humidity.
It's an overrated month.
Yeah,
it really is.
It is.
Exactly.
Especially now with the NBA playoffs and the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. And
they're all going to be canceled anyway.
Oh, exactly.
For the lovely, happy writers out there.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
Hundreds of COVID tests turning positive for the NFL players.
When?
Oh, it's going to happen,
Tom.
It's going
to happen?
Oh, yeah. I was talking about it.
Which scientist?
Dr. Football Writer put out a tweet today that I saw.
Breaking news.
Not Peter King.
No, he will remain nameless. But here's the tweet. Keep an eye on the NFL COVID numbers over the next couple of days, kids. Now that vets have reported. They're going to be high.
What a tweet, man.
High.
Yes.
You mean low-key faded high?
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again,
now,
sports writers turn doctors.
Well, that too. That's part of it. But the other part is, doesn't that sound like they're almost saying, rooting for it?
Sadly, yes, even though he wasn't rooting for it.
No, I know, but it comes across that way.
Exactly. That's the point. And then these writers and media people get upset. Listen, I'm not here cheerleading. I'm not a cheerleader. I wait for the facts to come in. We now know this, and we're going to be joined. And you talk about ground zero. Actually, Philly is ground zero.
Yeah, it is,
because
especially
the
for
Marlins,
baseball,
who spread the Rona, and the Phillies, who, by the way, have now gone 2 consecutive days without any positive test, now won't be able to play till Saturday.
Right. Abundance of caution, Tone.
Abundance.
Yes, more
abundance,
tests.
as we used to say when we would get the big spread around Christmas.
Right.
They'd bring out all the breads and the foods and the cannolis.
Yes.
And then the pasta dish would come out.
Was this the 7 fishes
the
or
7
all that?
fish
Yeah.
at Christmas Eve, which I think will be canceled this year.
Right.
I think the fishes are going to be put in quarantine when we find out that they messed around with some other fishes who had the Rona and some other deadly diseases in the sea.
Mine was the Feast of Lima's lasagna and the 7 vodkas. You remember that?
7 vodkas.
That's going to replace Columbus Day as a
yes,
national
it is,
holiday.
exactly. Although I went by the statue, it's still there in the box.
The Columbus, I thought they
Well,
took
the
it
box
down.
is still there.
What's in the box,
Yeah.
Harry?
What's in the box? And we got false information from Pat Kineen once again.
I went by today, and the crate is still there, and there's still a police vehicle there.
Pat Kineen once
I hate to do it to the guy. This guy he's not a journalist.
No, stick to engineering.
Exactly
Yes.
right. Leave the journalism to us here. And leave the driving to Ryan Rothstein wearing his Detroit Pistons number 33,
Throwback.
Harry.
Grant Hill.
The great Grant Hill. From
Yeah.
where? Duke University.
Yes,
That's right.
and Oxon Hill, Maryland, I believe. But those were those jerseys that I just hated.
Oh, you hated them?
They weren't the right colors.
They look
number
like
one.
NASCAR colors.
This is actually the alternate, so this wasn't their typical colors back in the day.
Oh,
What does the horse have to do
they
with
had
Pistons?
the light green. I don't know.
I think
man. What do the
horsepower,
Lakers have
maybe.
to do with LA?
Horsepower.
But
Yeah, that
Pistons
makes
are,
sense.
the piston engines go, and the Mazda goes, remember when the Mazda had the different engine?
And the
piston-
cow goes,
And the cow goes,
moo.
moo. Anyway, what the hell's happening with this show? We're underway. It is a What Up Wednesday.
What up?
We have Greg Cody coming on from Miami.
Yes.
Well, Miami is the epicenter of all things bad in sports. It's interesting that the Marlins still have not left Philly. I wonder if they left their hotel that they're stuck in.
I have no idea.
What are they doing to the rooms if they're in a hotel room, right? And they're
Are they
still
at the
here?
Ritz? Is that what?
That's what I heard, but I don't want to go.
Yeah.
I don't want people going to the Ritz to try to hook up with Miami
no.
Marlins. We don't want any more Rona spread in this town. Then the mayor and the governor will shut us down even more.
Right?
And then the Miami Marlins, who are responsible for screwing up baseball for a week, are going to screw up everybody else in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
They may go to that homeless encampment on the Parkway and spread the Rona there. And then the entire Parkway will be closed, and Harry won't be able to go home later on.
I think they'll catch something else up there.
Well, you got all kinds of stuff. They have a menu there when you pull
Oh,
up.
is that right?
Would you like a Rona? Would you like a typhoid?
1034 for typhoid.
Yeah, we got a special going tonight.
Hepatitis C.
Hepatitis C and typhoid. A 2-for-1 Friday night happy hour special.
Yes.
Only from 5:30 to 7 o'clock, Harry.
I know what they could be doing in their rooms. There's actually an update on DoorDash delivery services.
Really?
Magic City is now delivering out of state.
Into
Philadelphia. They can provide whatever you need.
Are you serious? Oh, man, I wish that was true. We should order some for
who
the
wants
show.
I want to go there. I don't want them delivering it to me. I want to go and I want to get the full.
Yeah.
I want to get the full.
I want to get wings and coronavirus.
And a Corona. Maybe have a
Tony,
special.
Is Magic City the location that my son and Luigi were trying to get into?
No, that was a different place.
Is it the Cheetah?
No, this was an old school, like a house. It's like the oldest strip club in Atlanta.
Oh.
And it's a house at night
It's
that's actually a
famous.
bar.
Sounds
Apparently
like a
it's very
bordello
famous.
to me.
No, it's not a bordello. And it's tough to get into, and all the celebrities would go there. So it's
Oh.
not your typical glitzy strip
They
club.
had a Super Bowl party there.
Oh,
That's
really?
how popular it is. And it's sort of like quirky, but it's a strip club.
It's an old
And
school. It's
everybody-
like the oldest strip club, and it's like a mansion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's a bar, restaurant, and it's a strip club. It's got everything you want. You know, you get all the quality stuff in there. But anyway, we got baseball to talk about, Harry. And how about the Astros 2020 Shame Tour underway last night in Minute Maid Park? Did you watch any of that?
Well,
Harry?
yeah, I saw the Joe Kelly just totally losing control of himself, which is not uncommon.
Now, we have the tape, Rob. We pulled the tape out earlier. So last night, if you weren't watching baseball, this is the first time the Dodgers faced the Houston Astros in their ballpark in Minute Maid Park since the 2017 season, when the Dodgers felt that they were screwed out of winning the division and a chance at the World Series.
Okay, right.
And so the Dodgers go back in, and last night They fell behind, and then they took a 5-2 lead in the game. So the Dodgers up on the hometown Astros. Weird vibe. Nobody in the seats, right? So you would think the intensity level would be low. Apparently before the game there wasn't a lot of jabbering going on.
Right, just cardboard cutouts.
Not even cardboard cutouts behind home plate.
No, but they were somewhere else in the stadium.
Doesn't make any sense. How can you have empty cardboard, no cardboard behind the home plate?
Know,
so anyway, bottom of the fifth, it's 5-2. Joe Kelly on the mound. By the way, Joe Kelly. Dodgers up 5-2. Joe Kelly on the mound, who, by the way, was with the Red Sox when they won that World Series.
He was instrumental in that run to the World Series.
Absolutely.
He was really good.
And now here he is with the Dodgers, and he's pissed off at the Astros, too.
Right.
Because the Red Sox lost to the same Astro team that was accused of cheating. And then, by the way, the Red Sox hired the guy who was part of the cheating, who then got fired as the manager.
Yeah.
So try to keep track here.
Cora.
So bottom of the fifth, it's 5-2. This is not the tape I want you to play yet. So in this first scene, Joe Kelly throws a 3-0 pitch behind Alex Bregman. It goes way up above behind his head.
Right.
And Bregman doesn't even flinch. His uniform's already dirty.
Right.
And Bregman just goes to first base. No yabbering, no pointing at guys. And then go to the next inning, bottom of the sixth. Joe Kelly still on the mound with the glasses. And then he gets Carlos Correa, who's already torn the cover off the ball in the ball game with a couple of hits. And he strikes him out on a low pitch. And then this is what happens. So here's the pitch to Carlos Correa, bottom of the sixth, 5-2 Dodgers. Let's go to the tape.
That's just what he did, and he got a swing and a miss from Correa to get out of the inning. Oh, Joe Kelly strutting his way off after an interesting inning.
And he keeps yapping, walking to the dugout. Kelly's still yapping at Correa and the entire dugout. So you think the inning's over, right? The half inning's over? But no, not so fast, my friends. So Kelly keeps talking. Correa then comes out. Both bullpens empty out, Harry.
Yes.
Everybody runs out.
Not a lot of masks being worn either.
Cleared.
Listen to this now.
And we'll do our best to maintain social distancing while still sending a message. Both sides.
So everybody's out on the field, and now, of course, we can't fight.
That's what he did.
It's unbelievable. So shut it down right there, Robin. How about that? And then Joe Kelly. So our buddy Tim Cates out there, who does the Dodgers broadcast, part of their post-game show, he writes, he posts this morning that everybody in L.A. is posting about it, and all the Houston Astros haters all over the country. Now Joe Kelly is their hero.
Right.
But Joe Kelly is the first guy that had the cojones in 2020 to face the Dodgers in live action, and he buzzed the tower with Bregman, and then he didn't even hit Correa. He struck him out.
But what a way to galvanize yourself with your new teammates.
Exactly,
you know what I'm saying? I mean,
and there's already a T-shirt. Did you know this, Harry?
Yes, I saw
There's already a T-shirt. See, that's why we're way behind the curve on T-shirts, because we're trying to flatten the curve. And so somebody at some website put up, because what he said. Did you know what Joe Kelly supposedly said to Correa? And I have to pull up the tweet. There's a picture of the T-shirt, and it says, "Nice swing, bitch."
Yeah.
And it's a picture. It's a pair of glasses like Joe Kelly with his eyes, and then it says, "Nice swing," in the glass lenses, and then "bitch" right under it.
Right.
And that's a hot seller today, Harry.
I'm sure it
nice
is.
Swing.
They're gonna sell out. Is my prediction.
You can't waste time in the T-shirt business, Harry.
No.
And the interesting thing is that Joe Kelly, after the game, said that, he's been a little wild. He's been trying to get himself in shape. He's not really ready. He wasn't throwing at the guys. And then Dusty Baker, who's the manager of the Astros now, said, there's no doubt that he was throwing at him.
Well, there might have been a pitch or two, but with him, though, you do never know, because he can get wild like that.
And we have the tape. Remember, he's the guy at home he was working out in his backyard.
Yeah, he broke a window or something,
broke a window
because
he had a target, and he missed it, and he broke a window in his own house.
And the target was pretty big.
Yeah.
If I remember.
Dr. Fauci thought it was a good pitch, but for Joe Kelly, who's a major leaguer, he didn't hit the target, Harry, but he wasn't that far. He went a little far right, and then he breaks a window in his own house in the offseason.
We need to see Silk Bra relaxing by his pool, take in that T-shirt. Nice swing.
Bra, biatch. It's a great shirt.
It really is.
I need to get one of those shirts.
Now, apparently, I don't know if this is
That's
really
the
what he
actual
said.
video.
Right, but Joe Kelly said he did not throw at the Astros on purpose. My accuracy isn't the best, he said, referencing the window he broke at his home.
And then we showed the video, and the video is funny. Post that video again, Rob, and pull it up there. This is when he was at home. So he had this big net set up in his backyard. And it's a typical Southern
I don't have the whole video. This is just a photograph.
Okay,
but
you
you
keep
get
it
the
up
idea.
there.
It's just a still shot.
So he had this big net, and then he had a bullseye.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's out in his backyard by himself, and it's one of those nets that you throw it in and it comes back. And so as he's warming up and he's got a camera behind him, he misses the target, and it goes wide right, sort of like what's-his-face in Buffalo at the Super Bowl, Scott Norwood,
yeah.
and it breaks a window on his own house.
Yeah.
And so he went back to that last night and said, hey, I got a tendency to get a little wild. But there's no way he didn't throw at Bregman. I mean, you don't throw ball 4 behind the guy's head.
And that was a fastball, too.
That's
96 miles an hour, baby.
That was heat.
He was 3-0. He's like, I'm going to let this one loose.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And by the way, there were 2 men on base in a 5-2 ball game.
Right.
And now, so his defense is, why would he want to load the bases?
Mm-hmm.
Why would he try to keep putting guys on? Well, he was down 3-0, so that's why you put him on. He could have just said go to first base and not have to throw a pitch, because you're allowed to do that now, right?
Yes.
So he buzzed the tower, and he put himself in a bad spot. Luckily, he got out of that, and then he struck out Correa in the next inning. Correa, what is his three-run ball game? Because, the Astros, whether you hate them or not, they can still mash the baseball.
They can rake, man.
Absolutely. So, interesting night last night in baseball. It's about time we got the benches emptying, Harry.
And they're going to have to rake even more because Verlander, he could be down for a while.
Exactly. And the Dodgers.
You know whose voice you have to say that T-shirt in?
What?
Jesse Pinkman.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
From Breaking Bad?
Oh,
yeah, I love that.
I don't think he said nice swing, bitch, though, when he was
No,
cooking.
but bitch is his word, man.
Damn right. Bitch is the word. I thought grease was the word. Bitch is the new word.
Well, that's
man.
old school, Tony.
I know. Meanwhile, Ray Finkel was wide right, too, in the great movie featuring the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles, Harry. Ace Ventura. Great knowledge. We're coming back. Greg Cody down in Miami, the epicenter. He's going to join us next, so stick around. We're getting started on a What Up Wednesday.
What up?
Remember, Finkel was Einhorn, Harry. And
Einhorn was Finkel.
FYI, just to...
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, Cody's ready.
Okay, I'll
He might already be on there.
Okay, just so that you know, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope. We have to say goodbye to you. Make sure you make the switch to Twitch so that you can see the rest of the show and all the fantastic interviews.
Why can't I find the thing today again, Robin?
Make the switch. It's